Good morning, Soto. Good morning to the listeners, and Happy New Year to everybody listening.
Yes, Happy New Year to you too. And we're not exactly talking about New Year's resolutions, but we're talking about things that you need to let go in order to have a new and better and more prosperous year.
100%, 100% Soto. So the topic is what to leave behind in 2021. We are at the beginning of the new year, and I believe it's a good time to reflect and think about the changes we need to make in order to make 2022 a better year than 2021 was. It was Albert Einstein who famously said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. So today, I want us to discuss the things that we need to leave behind in 2021 so that we can produce different results in 2022. And number one, leave procrastination behind. Leave procrastination behind. There are dreams you had for your 2021, but those dreams require that you take certain action. Maybe you wanted to start your own business, but you kept delaying it. You didn't register it, you didn't do the market research, you didn't look for funding, and so forth. You didn't take the required action that would lead to the manifestation of that dream, and you kept delaying it. You kept, procrastinating. And when the year ended, you were not closer to your dream than when the year started. Maybe you wanted to further your studies and you may have even enrolled for a particular course, but you didn't put in the required effort, in order to pass. And now it seems like your year was wasted. So the first thing we need to leave behind in 2021 is procrastination, because if we continue with this same behavior in 2022, we will produce the same results. Remember what Einstein said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So the first thing we need to leave behind is procrastination. Number two, leave fear behind. Leave fear behind. For the past 2 years or so, many people have been living in constant fear because of all the trauma caused by the pandemic. And for many people, fear has become a way of life. So people have become so afraid that they've decided not to go after their dreams and visions. Many have been crippled and paralyzed by fear, and they have, become like statues that are just standing still. And while they remain in this state of paralysis, opportunities are passing them by. While they allow fear to stop them from pursuing their goals, time is passing them by and they are not progressing. Somebody say that the word fear is an acronym that stands for forget everything and run. And that is what many people have done. They've allowed fear to make them forget how talented they are. They've allowed fear to overwhelm them and make them forget all that God has blessed them with. They've become so afraid and so intimidated that they are now running away from their dreams instead of running towards them. So the second thing we need to leave behind in 2021 is fear. If we don't leave fear behind in 2021, then we are likely to have the same, experiences in 2022. Number three, leave negative associations behind. Leave negative associations behind. Some of us did not reach our dreams in 2021, not because we lacked the talent or lacked opportunities, but because of our negative associations. There are people in our lives who have been telling us that we are not capable of achieving our dreams. They've been belittling our potential and they have crushed many of our aspirations. These are people who would rather encourage you to go clubbing all night instead of encouraging you to study and prepare for your future. These are people who have led you into trouble instead of helping to guide you into your destiny. Essentially, they are dead weight, and I call them dead weight because they do nothing but drag you down. They consume your energy and they diminish your resources, and instead of adding value to your life, they take away value and they end up making you feel like you have no value to offer. They say that bad company corrupts good character, and if we are to make 2022 a better year, we need to thoroughly assess our associations and figure out whether they are taking us closer to our dreams or further away from our dreams. So thirdly, we need to leave negative associations behind. In closing, I like to say that if we don't change our inputs, our outputs will always be the same. Some of us have been stuck in the same place for years, whether financially, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. And it's because we've been doing the same things over and over again, and somehow we've been expecting different outcomes. So if you want this year to be different, you have to make different choices. And lastly, I'd like to wish you so too and all our listeners a prosperous new year. May God crown us with His favor in 2022.
Thank you so much, Confidence. And I just love the 3 steps that you've just spoken about, talking about the things that you leave behind. Because I think for a lot of us, we think about making New Year's resolutions, but we don't think about how to achieve them. And more importantly, about the bad habits that we carry with us. But thank you very much, I'm Confidence. And a Happy New Year to you too. We will be with you next week, Monday.
Awesome. Definitely so too. Thank you so much for the opportunity and platform.
Thank you very much. So that was Confidence Selema, who is our regular motivational speaker. And today he was talking about a brand new year, talking about how to go about achieving those goals that you want to achieve in the new year. In other words, being able to leave behind certain things that no longer serve you, things that make it impossible for you to achieve your goals. If you